Listen. Can you hear it? Beneath the noise of your world, a silence. Not a peaceful silence, a hollow one. The silence of a word that meant nothing, a promise that was broken, a handshake that had no strength behind it. You live in an age of ghosts, ghost agreements, ghost commitments. Men speak words that vanish into the air, leaving no trace, bearing no weight. They promise and forget. They vow and compromise. They are, in the old sense, nothing. Their name means nothing. Their word is wind. Centuries ago, in the frozen north, men lived by a different law, a harder law. A man's word was not just sound, it was his bond, his legacy, carved not on paper, but on the memory of his peers, etched into the very stones of his homeland. A man was his reputation, nothing more, nothing less. In a world of empty words, the ancient Viking code offers a return to iron-clad integrity. It is a call to stop being a ghost and to become a man of substance. A man whose word is an iron ring on the water. Act 1. The Modern Honor Crisis. What is your name worth? If everything you owned was stripped away, your money, your title, your possessions, what would remain? Would there be a man known for his integrity, or would there be a hollow space, filled with excuses and forgotten vows? The modern world has made dishonor easy. It has built systems that allow you to hide, to avoid consequences. You can break a promise with a text message. You can craft a lie for thousands to see. You can live a life of quiet betrayal and never have to face the judgment of your clan. This ease is a poison. It weakens the soul. It creates a man who cannot be trusted, most of all by himself. He knows, in the deep watches of the night, that his word is weak, and so he becomes weak. The Vikings had no such luxury. Their world was harsh, immediate, and unforgiving. Survival depended on trust. When a man gave his word, it was the foundation of an expedition, a trade, a marriage, a life. To break it was to risk not just shame, but death. The death of the individual or the death of the community. Your honor is not a quaint idea. It is the bedrock of your existence. Without it, you are that long ship adrift in a storm, with no sail and no oars. You are at the mercy of winds you cannot control. The storm is coming. It always does. Will you be adrift? Or will you stand at the prow and meet it with a heart of oak? Act 2. The 3 Viking Virtues. 1. Courage beyond battle. Drengskap. The Vikings are remembered for their battle fury, the berserker rage. But this is a shallow understanding. Their true courage was deeper. It was the courage to face a frozen sea in a wooden boat, the courage to farm a barren plot of land, the courage to endure. They called it drengskap, the quality of being a drenger, a brave, honorable, and generous man. It meant facing hardship without complaint, meeting loss with resilience. A Viking feared a coward's death more than death itself. To die old and soft in your bed was a fate to be pitied. To die with your sword in your hand, facing your fate, was to dine with the gods in Valhalla. Your battles are different. They are the courage to speak the truth when a lie would be easier, the courage to face financial ruin and begin again, the courage to stay faithful to your wife when temptation whispers, the courage to get out of bed and face a day that has beaten you down 100 times before. This is your drengskap. Do not complain, do not whine, simply endure, and then push forward. A man is not measured by how he celebrates his victories, but by how he endures his defeats. 2. Word as bond, aethar. For the Viking, an oath was sacred. It was sworn before the gods. To break it was to invite not only the wrath of men, but the curse of the divine. An oath-breaker was Nidingur, a man without honor, an outcast, lower than a slave. Your word is your legacy. It is the story that will be told about you after you are gone. Will it be a saga of integrity or a cautionary tale of deceit? When you say you will be there, be there. When you promise to finish a task, finish it. When you give your word to your children, to your partner, to your business partner, treat it as an unbreakable vow. Start small. If you promise yourself you will not look at your phone for the first hour of the day, keep that promise. If you tell a friend you will meet him at a certain time, be there early. Each kept promise, no matter how small, forges a link in the chainmail of your character. Each broken promise is a weak spot, a rusted link that will fail you when you need it most. Your word is the only thing you truly own. Guard it with your life. 3. Fate acceptance. Weird. The Vikings believed in weird, a concept of fate or destiny that was woven by the Norns. A man's time of death was predetermined. What was not predetermined was how he met it. This is the core of the Viking's soul. The acceptance of a fate you cannot change, and the fierce determination to meet it with courage and honor. The voyage will end. The storm will come. The final battle awaits. Knowing this is not a cause for despair, but for immense focus. Your modern life is an attempt to deny weird. You seek safety. You seek guarantees. You are terrified of death, of failure, of loss. This terror makes you weak. It makes you cling to things that cannot last. The Viking Code teaches us to embrace our mortality, to look at the inevitable struggles of life, sickness, loss, failure, death, and say, "I see you, and I will not look away." This acceptance is the source of true freedom. When you stop fearing the end of the voyage, you can finally focus on the quality of your rowing. When you accept that you will lose everything, you can finally begin to live with true courage and appreciation for the moment. What is your weird? What challenge is before you that you have been trying to avoid? A difficult diagnosis? A failing business? A broken relationship? Stop trying to outrun it. Turn and face it. Meet your fate with your eyes open and your head held high. Act 3. The Modern Viking Code. This is not about putting on a helmet and swinging an axe. It is about adopting an inner code, a framework of honor for a world that has forgotten the meaning of the word. Your longship is your life. Your oars are your daily actions. Your crew is your family, your friends, those who depend on you. First, carve your own rune stone. Write down your code. What 3 promises are sacred to you? They must be simple, iron-clad. For example, I will never lie to those I love. I will finish what I start. I will face adversity without complaint. This is your law. There are no exceptions. Second, keep the small oaths. The muscle of integrity is built through repetition. Today, keep every tiny promise you make to yourself and others. Be on time. Do the task you said you would do. Do not make excuses. This is how you transform from a man of words into a man of action. Third, sail toward the storm. Identify the challenge you are avoiding, the difficult conversation, the financial reckoning, the personal failure. This week, Take one concrete step directly into it. Do not wait for courage. Action breeds courage. The Viking did not wait to feel brave before setting sail into the unknown. He set sail, and bravery was forged in the doing. The world is not getting softer. You are. It is time to become hard again. Not hard of heart, but hard of will. Strong in your word, steadfast in your purpose. The fire is burning low, the night is cold, but the dawn awaits. What will your saga be? Will it be a tale of a man who drifted, who made promises like autumn leaves, scattered and forgotten? Or will it be the saga of a man of honor? A man whose word was an iron bond, a man who faced his weird without flinching, a man whose name was spoken with respect long after he was gone. The choice is yours. Choose to be remembered.